Good morning, everyone. I'm in Easingwold again in North Yorkshire. Excuse me, please. Just walk in front of me. Busy day today in Easingwold. Market and lots of coffee shops, pubs, bakeries. Lovely smell of food cooking in the marketplace. And it's a lovely day for once in mid-September. Bit of a chill in the air. I've actually got my winter full length bib tights on. So I've got a base layer on and I've got arm covers which I can take off if I get warm. Thanks. And I've got the Garmin with me this time because I'm going to be doing some hills. How many hills and how far I go, I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. But I'm heading in the general direction of Castle Howard, which is, apart from the first bit, which I've done a lot, the actual route as it gets closer to Castle Howard, I haven't done for a few years because the road was closed for ages, for well over a year, and it's also a tough ride. I won't do the full ride because that is a tough ride. And my bike coach just wants me to do some hills in a ride that's kind of over 2 hours. So I shall see how far I go. mainly because of the weather. I haven't been out since the Bolton Abbey cycle ride, which I videoed. Ooh, awful stuff coming out of that car. It's a lot busier than usual because it's a weekday, it's a Friday. It's the old castle keep that was long ago transformed into a domestic residence, and it's got chimneys, windows and so on. Some say that the steep road in Crake was the inspiration for the Grand Old Duke of York nursery rhyme or poem, the guy who marched to the top of the hill, marches men to the top of the hill and marched them down again. But there are quite a few claims for where that supposedly took place and why. On this ride, before I get to the points where I might cut the ride short, there are two quite steep climbs with a few shorter climbs in between. For example, Crake Main Street is a bit of a climb. And here we enter the Howardian Hills, so called because of Castle Howard. Area of outstanding national beauty. I don't know whether the Grand Old Duke of York's climb involved this section as well, or whether it was just the section coming up on the left, the road that is still closed by the looks of it, the road that goes steeply up to the church and castle. That hill there. And now a nice little downhill stretch. This route takes us up the pretty climb that I talk about on my shorts video about my countryside gym. It's what I often do repeat hill climbs on. A beautiful climb, beautiful but challenging. And then after that it takes us past a very interesting feature which is called City of Troy Maze. It's a very small maze-like earthwork that's dug into the turf. No one knows quite why it was there, what it was for, and why it's called the City of Troy Maze. So we'll stop and have a look at that. There's at least a couple of them, I think, in this area. I might be wrong. We are heading to Bransby to start with, and then we'll cut off towards the very pretty climb up Snargate Hill. And that is always a really good judge of my fitness levels. And this year I've already done it 4 times in a row on hill repeats, plus another longer hill climb up to Yearsley. So I can do it, I can still do it. Very much aware of the fact that next month I turn 66 and qualify for my old age state pension, and I desperately do not want to lose my fitness levels. I don't want to decline, I want the opposite. Very encouraged by one of the comments on one of the recent comments on my bike ride videos from a guy who said he was 67 and he'd done some serious cycling. So things like that are encouraging, brilliant. And I do read my comments, so please do comment nicely below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It might throw up a few different videos as well, as I also include recorder playing videos, which I do when I'm not cycling. Or rather I don't at the moment because I'm too busy with other things. Those of you who've been following my videos and listening to me talking, poor you, will know that I've been struggling with my mum who has dementia. She's heading for 100 years old and she's in a care home, second care home this year. We're about to move her to third care home and hopefully final care home next month, which is an amazing care home, wonderfully managed. It's going to be quite special, and it's in the area where she spends all her married life, so it's very familiar to her. And on Monday we finish clearing my mum's flat, which is currently on the market, though not exactly showing, getting people flocking to buy it, which is worrying. So we're clearing it of all the old people type furniture, so it's a blank canvas, because people have said, oh, it's a bit dated, and I don't think the furniture helps. The second major climb today, and the most major of all I think, is the climb on this route up Terrington Bank, which is a straight up climb challenge. It'd be interesting to see how I get on, because I haven't done it for some years. I know when I've reached the top of that bank, because there's a wall which I call the shouting wall, reason being that when it was being constructed, the brickie and the owner were having a right slanging match, shouting at each other. I think he built it either too far out or too far in. Here we are at Bransby. I can smell wood smoke. People must have a fire on. So at the junction we go left and then almost immediately right down a pretty little lane. Oh, that road's closed. That's probably why that one was so busy. So we go right by that white house. Bransby Church, which is coming up on our right, is unusual because it's this kind of Georgian style church, which I think the lords of the manor demolished the old church and built that Georgian church back in the day. church is coming up on the right. That's the old rectory. I wonder if the window in the middle, which is bricked up, is because of the window tax. Back in the day, when you were taxed on how many windows your residence had, and presumably, I don't know, were churches taxed? Or was it just houses? Maybe it's nothing to do with that at all. Maybe it's just a recess. This is a lovely lane, a really lovely lane, and it's very easy going until you come to the climb. It goes all the way to Sheriff Hutton, which has its own ruined castle. But soon we'll be turning left. Just coming up to head to the climb up Snowgate Hill, which I say there's bench halfway up, because there is a bench, and I always think once I've got to bench corner it's halfway up, and not so bad. I hate it when cars follow me up though. And it's recently had surface dressing, which I hate. So, look, it's so pretty. It is lovely. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. And the leaves are starting to change. And our climb will start soon. This is super gorgeous. We will be climbing up that hill. One thing I haven't done for a while is focus on what my bike coach said I should do when climbing hills. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, go right down the gears and pace yourself. Keep an eye on my heart rate, 142 at the moment. 157. There's a little bit of easing off soon. Just here. And then climbing again past Bench Corner, which is on our right. Here. There's the bench. One 6-6 7 bring it down there a bit. Bit of a climb coming up, but not as steep. Bring my pole straight down. Quite warm now. It's a feel heavier. It's because the bike's heavier with that chain on it. And I've got winter clothes on. I wish I hadn't. we go right here. We're heading along another pretty lane which will take us past that City of Joy maze. Don't get excited, it's very small. And there are no hedges. Something's catching on my bike and I don't know what it is. Around the pedals. Don't know if you can hear it. Here is the little maze. It is little, see, it is little. City of Troy. There we are, City of Troy maze. It's the smallest surviving turf maze in Europe. It's one of just 8 that survive in England. And the only one in the classical 7-ring design, which is that. No one knows when it was first made. Or why. It says here, it's one of several labyrinths in this part of North Yorkshire, many constructed in recent years. Visit labyrinthsinbritain.uk. Oh. There you go. Ancient.